Hello students, in this video we will discuss about the formulas and functions in MS Excel. This is second chapter. So let us discuss. As we know that we have used many type of the formulas in the mathematics. Likewise here in the Excel we can also use the formula. Then first of all we should know that what is the formula. When we talk about the formula is a combination of the values and operators to perform some task, to calculate some values. Here a formula, but in the and here in the case of mathematics the formula can be a constant. In the formula constant and variables are there with operators, but here when we talk about the computers, in computers a formula can be a combination of values in the computer, numbers or cell references are used in the form of for the values, and operators means plus, minus, division, multiplication is equal to, less than, greater than, etc. These are known as operators into an algebraic expression. And what is the use of formula is used to calculate something, value of something. So let us see what is the definition of formula. Formula is an expression that consists of a combination of values, and what are these values? Numbers or cell references, and operators, and that dynamically gets evaluated. So this is the definition of formula. Now here, how can we utilize the formula? How can we write the formula? It means entering the formula. Entering the formula. Here, first of all, we will select any cell, in which we can use two methods. We can select the cell, and then we can type here the formula. At the place of this, if we in the cell, in which cell we want to write the formula, use the formula, first of all we will have to select this, and after that we can write the formula also in formula bar. This is formula bar, this is the enter sign. Then here you can see that this is the cell reference A1. In the A1, the cell reference of this cell is A1, the cell reference of this is A2, and this cell reference of this is A3. So one most important thing is, when we want to enter the formula, first of all we will have to use is equal to sign. Here you can see this is equal to sign. Is equal to sign is equal to sign gives the information computer that a formula is going to be entered. So here select the cell, and first of all if you are going to write a formula, write the is equal to sign. Okay, after that you can write the formula. So here it has been written. Then to enter the formula, following steps should be followed. Select a cell. We want to insert a formula. To let Excel know that we want to enter a formula, type is equal to sign, and after that we can type the formula, and then we can click on the enter sign. Clear? We can use two methods. We can select the cell and we can write the formula in the formula bar, or we can write the formula just here in the cell. When we click on the enter, the things will be calculated. You can see here in A1 5 is there, in A2 6 is there. When we select this A3 cell and here write the formula is equal to A1 plus A2, then and we click here, the sum of 5 and 6 is calculated here in A3 automatically, right? So here when we change the values, the value of A3, it means answer is automatically changed. So this is how the formula is used. Now here we use two types of the formula, text formula and numerical formula, right? Text formula is used to combine two words or two sentences. These things are done, and it means the text which has been written in two or more cells are combined by using text formula, and for this concatenation operator is used, which is concatenation operator is AND, right, to join the two words or two sentences and so on. This can be utilized by two methods. For example, suppose this is the Excel worksheet, and here in A1 cell Amit has been written, and in B Kumar is written, and this is first name, this is last name. If we want to write full name in C, then, and we can also write the full name in D, then it means what? We have to connect, we have to join Amit and Kumar. So we can do in two methods. For this, concatenation operator and is used. It can be utilized by this. Here the cell reference, because Amit, the first name has been written in A1 cell, so thus A1 will be written in double quotes, and after that and will be written. It is concatenation operators, and then the last name which has been written in B is written in double quotes. Then when enter is clicked, then what will be happen? Amit Kumar will be written in C. When we write this formula is equal to A in double quote and B in double quote, then we find, when we click enter, we find Amit Kumar. But one thing which is notable is there is no space between Amit and Kumar. To put the space between Amit and Kumar, here we have used like this. We will use the formula like this. Here we have used the formula in D is equal to A1 and double quote. In the double quote there is a blank space, and then and B1. It means to put the empty space between A1 and B1, we will use A1 and then double quote empty space and B1. In this form, if we want to put the empty space between two words, then we will use the formula in this form, right? And if we use the formula in this form in D1, then this will be our output. It means we can use concatenation operator in two methods, in two form. We can directly use cell reference in double quote and operator using the, here you can say that A1 and B1 has been written in double quotes, and after that in between them AND operator has been used. But when we use the concatenation formula like this way, then no empty space will be there in the concatenation or the result like this, Amit Kumar. But when we use formula like this, A1 and empty space in double quotes, then and B1, then there will be empty space like this, Amit Kumar. So here we can use text formula. For this, concatenation operator is used, and by using this we can utilize, we can join two words or two sentences, and this can be done in two forms which I have explained. Now next thing is numerical formula or numeric formula. In this, numbers are used, as you can see with operators. Here operators are the operators which are used here in computer. Plus, minus, multiplication is represented by asterisk, division by forward slash, percentage sign percentage, and caret for exponent. So here you can write the formula when you use the numbers and operators in the formula, this is known as number formula. For example, if you write is equal to 4 plus 3, and when you click on the enter, the result 7 will be obtained, right? So this when numbers and operators are used in the formula, then this type of the formula is known as numeric formula. This is used to done mathematical operations, mathematical calculation, right? Here one use of numerical formula is also there, where suppose Amit scores 300 marks in his exam out of 400. Total marks is 400, and Amit scores 300 marks. And if we want to calculate the percentage, then how can we use the formula? Here you can see that the obtained mark is A3 cell. So, and if we want to calculate in B3, how can we use? We will write here, what formula we will write here? So here what formula will be there? The formula is obtained marks divided by total marks into 100, and here we are using cell reference. Here A3, it means A3 is the address of the cell in which the value is there, and what is that? That is 300 divided by 400 and multiplied by 100. When we enter this formula, the resultant answer, that is 75%, is obtained. This is how the numerical formula is used. Now here we have discussed what is formula and what are the types of the formula: text formula and numeric formula, and how can we use these two type of the formula. Now next thing is cell references. Okay, in general we can say cell references refers to a cell or range of the cell on worksheet, right? Worksheet. Cell reference refers to the cell or range of cell on worksheet. It means what? Generally you can, in general terms, you can say it is the address of any location or cell generally. Then cell reference refers to the cell or range of the cell on a worksheet. Clear? In general terms you can say this is the address, and the process of writing these references is known as cell referencing. After that, what are the types of the cell references? These are relative cell references, absolute cell reference, and mixed cell references. We will discuss one by one. Clear? All these three. First one is relative cell references. As here in this type of the cell references, when we copy the formula for one place to another place, the formula is changed according to its relative position. Clear? That is why it is known as relative cell reference. For example, here you can say that here the name of the students, and here English marks, maths marks, science marks, and social studies marks has been written. And if you want to calculate the sum here, it means in C3, C4, C3, D3, E3, F, and in G3 we want to calculate it. Then what will be write here? Here we will write here the formula is equal to C3 plus D3 plus E3 plus F3 here, and when we click on the enter or press the enter button, what will be here? The sum of this will be obtained, right? But when the formula is copied, then the values or the reference according to the position are changed. How? When we copy here, the C3 will become C4, D3 will become D4, because this row is 4. Likewise here, C5, D5, E5 and so on. Likewise here you can say, when we copy the formula here, the formula is changed according to this. And we normally use, as we use cell reference, it means first of all column is written, column name is written, then row name is written. What is the, so here we can see that this is the B column and 1, B column and first row. Then what will be the reference of this cell? It will be B1. Likewise here C1. Clear? This type of the referencing is known as relative referencing, relative cell referencing, because relative cell reference. Clear? Because when we copy the formula, this cell reference change according to the relative position, right? Now next is absolute cell references. There might be situation in which the cell reference must be remain the same when copied. It means there are some situation in which we do not want to change the cell references according to its relative place. We want to use a definite value whether the formula is copied or not. So in this situation, the cell references which is used is known as absolute cell reference. For this we use $sign. Here you can see there are two components of cell reference. First the column and next one is the row. When we use $signs before the column becomes fixed, and it means it will not change according to the relative position. And when we write the dollar before the row, then it will be fixed and it will not be changed according to the relative position. So when we want to use a value of certain definite cell in a formula, then we use the absolute cell reference, and it is done by using $sign. For this we use $sign in front of the column and in front of the row number. So this is an absolute cell reference. For example, you can see here that here there are names of some salesmen, and here their sales are there, and for this 10% commission is allowed, is given. So the commission has been written is C2. The cell reference of this cell is C2, and we want to find out the total commission for this all the student, this all the salesmen. Then what will be the formula? Here when we use the formula for it. Here this is what? This is B5. This is B5. This cell reference of this is B5. So here B5 will be there, and we have used B5 in relative cell reference. It means when we copy the formula, it will be changed according to here B6, B7, B5. It will be B6, B7, B8. When the copy the formula according to its relative position, this will be changed. But here we do not want to change this value. So here we will use the absolute reference. That is why we have used here $C, $2. It means column is fixed and row is fixed, whether the formula is copied or not. That is why when we copy the formula in all these cells, this value will be changed according to its position, but this value will not be changed. When we copy the formula in this cell, the relative commission will be calculated automatically. This is the situation when we do not want any change in the cell reference, and at this condition $ is absolute reference is used, and absolute reference is done by using $ before the column and before the row number. The third one is mixed cell referencing. It is clear that in this type of the cell referencing, we use both type of the cell referencing. Both the properties of relative cell referencing and absolute cell referencing is found here, and there are some conditions in which we want to change the column name but do not want to change the row, and there may be such condition that we want to fix the row and we do not want to fix the column. In such condition, anything, if you want to fix the column, then we will use $ in front of the column, and if we do not want to change the row, then row will be written without $, and if we want to change the row and do not want to change the if we want to change the column and do not want to change the row, then what will you do? We will not use $ in front of before the column, and we will use $ before the row. This is how, when both the things, it means relative reference and absolute reference is used, then this type of the referencing is known as mixed referencing. For example, suppose if we want to fix the column, then we will use $ in front of the column, and if we do not want to change the row will be written without $, and if we want to change the column, then column will be written without $, and if we do not want any change in the row, then row will be written with $. Here we can see absolute $ has been used with column, and here row without $, and here column without $, and row with $. Here both the properties has been used, both the type of the referencing, it means relative referencing and absolute referencing, both the things, the properties of both the referencing have been used here. That is why this type of the referencing is known as mixed referencing. Now I think you have understood the cell referencing and types of the cell referencing. These are relative cell references, absolute cell references, and mixed cell references. Okay, and here you have understood the use of these referencing also. So this is about the function and this is about the formula and cell referencing. In the next video we will discuss about the functions.